Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome into this amazing event. And yeah, I'm gonna give you live my preds, my predictions, expectations, and I believe we are going to make some noise. Yeah, okay. Let's go with UFC Fight Night predictions. Garrett Armfield versus Jose Johnson. Garrett Armfield versus Jose Johnson. I've got. I'm not much sure about this fight, Armfield to win. Like, if I must pick a side, gonna go Armfield to win -145, or the fight starts round 3. Very much unsure about this fight. Never heard of Jose Johnson. I did actually. I actually heard of them, but I'm not much sure. I watched some of them, some of their fights, but this is the fight I would pass. I didn't bet on this one, so this is the fight I defo plan to pass. Not gonna bet on this one, no way. Aileen Perez versus Haley Cowan. This is gonna be a tough matchup. I do dare to say that this could go all the way. So Perez versus Cowan over 2.5 is -188. Goes the distance. Goes the distance. -160 makes sense to me. I would say Cowan to win, -130 if I must pick a side, Cowan decision. So I'm right in all my picks, so I'm always right in everything. So then Nurul Aliyev versus Rafael Alves. I've got the fight not going the distance. So Alves versus Aliyev, no distance at -180. Alves KO TKO. That's one of the picks I do have. Alves KO TKO I like a lot. Unless Aliyev drags him to the ground, Alves has a very big potential of knocking him out cold. Alves KO TKO is going to be +550. Alves is very tough and very muscular. He hits very, very, very hard, but Aliyev is master of wrestling, so he can defeat him on the ground or maybe via some kind of a submission. Or I'm worried because Aliyev is a master of wrestling, but as long as Alves keeps the fight standing, he is going to have great chances to win. How much is Aliyev submission? +485. With Alves, it's hard to go the distance. He's always brawling. Or Aliyev GMP. Hard to say that Aliyev gonna win like this. Side pick is brutally hard here. I don't know. I think this is 50-50 fight. Like side pick, I think Alves is a very good dog. Side pick, I would even dare to say Alves to win. I will see now. Aliyev. I will check his age now. Tajik Eagle. Aliyev is younger as much as I remember. I think he's 22, 23. 23. I told you well, 23. Out of Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Wrestling and combat sambo. Yeah, not much experienced fighter. As expected, he grounded and pounded Josh Vick. I know, I remember this guy. He can only win on the ground. Like in the stand-up, he's got no chance against this guy. So, but I think Alves to win is actually nice. Alves to win +155 sound okay to me too. If I must pick a side, but no distance is better. 23, lots of room for improvement. Yeah, I know he's young. I was unsure whether it's 22 or 23. But Alves is brutal. I mean, he's got a brutal punch power, and he is the strongest guy in the division. Charles Johnson versus O'Day Osborne. No distance. O'Day versus Charles. No distance. -143. O'Day KO TKO. O'Day is a Muay Thai striker. He will try to finish. That's him. He will try to finish by any means necessary. So O'Day Osborne KO TKO. I don't see the odds as expected. Johnson inside the distance. No odds for this. Or Johnson inside the distance. Plus 163. The next fight I'm looking forward to is the match between Gabriela Fernandez and Jasmine Jasudavicius. I'm very confident this one goes the distance. So Jazz versus Fernandez goes the distance. Minus 225. I like Charles Johnson. I love his patience on the feet. Yeah, but against O'Day Osborne, you don't have much of a choice. O'Day Osborne is a multi-striker and very aggressive, very much pressure fighter. You've seen what happened in the fight against Tyson Nam, so that's him. He is extremely aggressive. Johnson is patient on the other side, so anything could happen. But with O'Day Osborne, it's hard to go the distance. I think Fernandez could defeat Jasudavicius. Fernandez to win, Fernandez decision. Fernandez to win. Fernandez decision. Jasudavicius is a weight bully. She can take a beating. She's got a great chin, but she's not the greatest striker in the world. She is taking... hello, Ginge. She's too much into her wrestling, so... Carl Deaton versus Joe Solecki. Minus 520, Solecki to win. And also, I have Solecki to win round 3. Or the fight starts round 3. I don't see Deaton winning this fight. See Solecki in the later stages of the fight. That's how I see it coming. The next one is going to be Jordan Leavitt. Jordan Leavitt against Victor Martinez. Hard fight to call, but for me it should be Leavitt. It should be Leavitt for me. I expect a tough fight, but it should be Leavitt. Solecki by submission. You can try it out. Leavitt to win, minus 110. Leavitt decision. Solecki submission, you can try it out. Let me check how much is Solecki submission. He's got decent submissions. Solecki submission is... Solecki submission, hold on, I'm checking that. Solecki wins by submission. There is only like Solecki submission round 1, Solecki submission round 2, Solecki submission round 3. It seems odds are not accurate. Solecki submission is minus 118. Still minus odds, that's weird. It seems odds are pretty kind of off point. I don't know, maybe odds are off point, I don't know. Strange. Then the next fight we are transitioning into the main card, and I'm just gonna hit one timestamp. Hello, my friend. How is my fan of the year doing? Just to hit timestamp. Preliminary card until minute 9. Main card until minute. How are you doing, guys? The next fight is Gonzalez versus Trevor Peek. I've got Trevor here to win. What? Oh, you made some money. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hold on. My connection. I'm having some connection issues. Peek to win, minus 190. Sorry, I was having slight connection issues. Peek to win, minus 190. I've got Trevor Peek. To win for a score of minus 190. Congrats, man. Oh, congrats, man. I'm so glad you made some money. Everyone is siding with Peek. I am as well. Peek inside the distance. That's how I see the fight. I'm sure about the method. I'm so glad you earned some money, Kev. Appreciate a lot. Minus 138. Still can't find the plus value. Then the next fight is going to be Mike Mellott versus Johan Linus. I've got Mikey to win. Mike to win. I don't know, man. Not many of the famous names on this card. Mike to win. Mike decision. I've got Mike Mellott decision. Mike Mello decision. I'm gonna tell you my plays, but I played a bit strange on this card. I have some very strange bets, but I'm going to write you my bets now. Jazz versus Gabby over 2.5. Charles versus O'Day, no distance. Krylov versus Spann, no distance. These are my calls. This card seems cursed already. Yeah, these are my bets. I wrote you my bets. I only have 3 bets for this card, but I wrote everything. Oh, thank you, Kev. My friend of the year and my fan of the year is here. Thank you so much for this amazing super. There you go, my bets. You see my bets. I wrote them. So Jazz versus Gabby over 2.5. Charles versus O'Day, the fight not going the distance. Krylov versus Spann, the fight not going the distance. These are my bets. And now to transition to the next card, the fight Tatiana Suarez to win. Suarez to win. Now, what am I going to say? We've got the case of the very, very, very horrible takedown defense on the case of Montana De La Rosa. Suarez is excellent wrestler. Sorry. I want Montana De La Rosa to win. I don't see it happening. Thank you so much, my fan of the year. Let's go Suarez decision. It's way riskier. It's way, way riskier. Oh shit. Oh shit. Look at this. Look at this. Fuck. Just fuck, man. Minus 110. I can't go with Suarez KO TKO. She is a wrestler. I don't see her going submission or ground or GMP. De La Rosa can take a beating. She can eat numerous shots. That's her. Her chin is out of this world. I mean, I can't. I would gladly risk with Suarez KO TKO or submission, but I see Suarez holding her down. Time. I wrote time, my friend. Don't worry, Kevin. March is looking stacked. I know, man. We've got horrible card after horrible card, and then we got Jones versus Gunn. I know it's a parody, my friends, but that's how it goes. I don't see Suarez, and I can't say anything else for this fight of Suarez. Augusto Sakai versus Don'Tale Mace. No distance. No distance. Sakai versus Mace. Jake Paul this week too. Hey, there is a chance I might tear Jake Paul. There is a chance I might tear. I will, but it's 50-50. It's normal time for my state, so 50-50 to air. I must see whether I need to help my dad on Sunday, but if I don't have to help him, then I'm going to air. So about Jake Paul telling, there is a chance one sports channel is gonna air it in my state, so it's gonna be awesome if they do. No distance, Sakai versus Mace. Prediction for Alves fight. I want Alves. Hello, my fan of the year. I want Alves to win so badly. Jake Paul is fighting this week. Why I haven't heard anything about it. He is fighting. Also, Sakai inside the distance. Side call Sakai to win. Next call. We've got Andre Muniz versus Brandon Allen. I've got Muniz to win. Muniz to win minus 205. I've got Muniz submission. How much is Muniz submission? I didn't bet on this fight. Muniz submission, Muniz submission, Muniz. Why don't they have odds for Muniz submission? Fuck. Muniz submission, no odds yet. Shitty, right? No odds yet for Muniz submission. Okay. Then moon is inside the distance. But all in is great. I mean, all in has chances if he keeps the fight standing. Is he gonna keep it standing? That's another question. They'll probably have odds for it later this week. Yeah. I will let you know. I always do last minute picks and predictions, so we will have the odds, and I might change my mind. I have 3 bets so far, but I will let you know. I will always let you know. And then the next one, at the end of the day, we got Krylov versus Spann. I dare to say this is a slam dunk. Minus 650. Krylov KO TKO. No. Krylov inside the distance. Krylov can submit too, but Spann can submit also. Spann is a striker with poor cardio, but he can knock out in round 1 or submit in the first round. Ellen over Muniz. Good luck, man. Good luck, Epsilon. I wish you luck, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. Like, if Ellen keeps the fight standing, it's very much possible. Krylov inside the distance. Minus 110. Krylov submission plus 250. Krylov KO TKO plus 275. I don't see Spann guillotine choking Krylov. No way. Krylov is not shooting into the outside. No way he's gonna fall into a guillotine. But Spann KO TKO is very likely. Spann KO TKO plus 275. Fight ends round 1. Plus 120. I see it ending very much early on. Spann is not a guy with the greatest cardio in the world. But again, just saying. So, hold on. To hit the timestamp, then I'm going to repeat my bets one more time. Krylov got this one. Side pick is Krylov. Okay, side pick Krylov. So the next bets. Jazz versus Fernandez, 2.5 over. No distance Krylov versus Spann. No distance O'Day versus Johnson. So far I have these bets. I will let you know if I have other bets. Now let me give you round robin. Round robin, let me see who is the underdog. No for Spann, no for Mace. Shit, I don't have many underdogs winning. What? Levitt is plus 100 at some bookies. That's nice. Plus 100. At my bookie, it's a pick'em. Jezudevicius, no. Osborne is risky, but he can win. He is like extremely risky play. Alves plus 155. This could be a decent round robin. Yeah, this one could be a very much of a decent round robin, if you ask me. Like, so please shoot in if you have questions. I'm very much willing to answer every single question. I always answer everything. I'm always trying to stay in the spirit of things. And so, yeah. Yeah. Shoot in with questions. I'm always willing to answer. Whatever you want, I'm willing to answer. You know that very well. There are some pretty much nice fights on this card. I'm willing to say But also, we had two back-to-back, I can say, trash cards. Yeah, we had two back-to-back trash cards, but never judge the book by its cover. Last time we had so many stoppages in the preliminary cards, and we like to see stoppages. Have you already gone through the card? Yeah, but ask a question. Ask me whatever you want. I'm willing to answer. I'm here. As soon as you see, I'm free to answer. Ask me. Yeah, I went, but I'm going to respond, so please shoot in. The last card was trash. Oh, yeah. This card is not much better. Shoot in with Vic Farm. Shoot in with questions, please. I have some very much weird bets for this card. That is true. I don't have any side pick, which is pretty much weird in the first place. Just to hit under customization. All right. Compared to the Jones gun card, it's definitely trash. I definitely agree. Also, to repeat my bets, Jezudevicius versus Fernandez, over 2.5. O'Day Osborne versus Charles Johnson, not going the distance. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann, not going the distance. Yeah, compared to the Jones versus Gunn card, it's definitely trash. It is true. Not trash, it's like even more than trash. If you compare anything to that card, like that card is a superb card. I'm going to give you pools so you can vote. Hold on. Most confident pick. I'm going to give you Suarez, Solecki. Who else can we put? Peak or Krylov. Other comments. What are your thoughts on Perez Cullen? I got Perez. I think Haley Cullen is going to win, but I believe that fight will go over 2.5 or go the distance. I believe Cullen gonna win via distance, via decision. But I believe it's gonna be a very, very close fight. Both fighters have very good chin, and Perez is better in long range striking, while Cullen is better in short range and mid range exchanges, as much as I know. So I believe it might not be the most interesting fight to watch, but in the terms of betting, like over 2.5 would sound okay for that potential fight. I'm going to give you another pool. Greatest chances of upset. So let me see. Osborne, Alves, Spann, Jezudevicius. Other comments. Please don't forget to vote. You got two pools, so you can have fun. Don't forget to vote, please, my lovely lads. Please vote. Oh, please. You can vote so you can express your mind, you can express your thoughts. I'm also going to make this post for the members. This is full card. One second, guys. If I don't answer, I'm just posting something. Just typing. Hold on. Alright, 1 second. Let's go. What do you think of this parlay? Pick, agree Solecki, agree Johnson. A risky one, but he can win, but it's risky. It's like 50-50 fight to me. But I would also win Johnson if I must pick a side. Suarez, yes. Muniz, yes. Krylov, yes. So Suarez, yes. Krylov, yes. Muniz, yes. Absolutely agree with all of them. Also, I will later have another stream. Just to know later, like at some later time, because we've got many matches to discuss, many new matches, many new fights are set, and we've got something really big to discuss about some new matches. There is a chance that Jailton Almeida will fight Rosenstrike, and there is a chance that Henry Cejudo is going to square off against Aljamain Sterling if we're going to trust the rumors from his channel. I can't say it happens 100% though, but as long as the fight is not confirmed, I don't believe. But can it happen? Yes. Oh, yes, it can. It can happen. 100% it can. Have you seen that UFC released Saidio Klubka Kramonov? I mean, can you believe they released Saidio Klubka Kramonov? Also, every single prediction of mine it is pretty much available to see, so whenever you want to see, just check it out. Please help me. What happened, Kiel? How are you doing, man? Been a while since you hooked into the chat. I think Cejudo will stop the takedowns and hurt Sterling on the feet. You have to get to 160 followers for a bet with one of my friends on Instagram. How is your Instagram? It's going nice. Send me a message on Instagram so I can share your Instagram profile here. Send me a message on Instagram. I forgot how does your profile look. Think Cejudo will stop the takedowns. Well, I don't know whether Aljo will even try to go for a takedown. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just to hold on. Man, you have very weird name. I'm gonna this like Rajesh Maharaj 09. Okay. Okay. There you go. Follow my fan on Instagram, please. Yeah, okay. I'm already following you, so okay, please do me. Yes, Jake. I think Cejudo is the better fighter. I think Aljo wins the fight. He tells you what I think about the UFC. No probs, man. No probs. I mean, you're a big fan, so no probs. If I can help, that's the least I can do. I used to troll my friends with this account. Really? You're great. So you were having fun, man. Yeah, you were having fun with that. Yeah, just like this guy. I'm already following you. I only have one Instagram account, so I would gladly help you more, but I have only one Instagram account. Think Cejudo is the better fighter. I think Aljo wins the fight. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I think Aljo can win via IQ. Then I made an account for my normal stuff, but I lost access to it. Uh, I only have one Instagram account, so I really don't have an alternative one. Hey, meow, mate. How you doing, man? Are your meow mates next to you? Like, this guy has five amazing cats. Imagine that. He's got five amazing cats. So many lovely meow mates at one place. Cejudo is better, but that rust and the size advantage of Aljo will be his safety and key to victory. That's the same thing. Ring rust, yeah, that's the same thing I'm gonna say. Like Cejudo is 125er. 135, okay, he can fight at 135. I'm not downgrading that, but with 5'4", I don't know. With 5'4", I'm unsure. That's not the perfect size, if you're asking me. Thank you for saying that, Black. They really are wonderful company when you are all alone. It's just nice to know that they are here with me in my home. Cejudo is overrated, but so is Aljo. I say the same, King of NPCs. Aljo actually has better lateral movements, angles, footwork, etc., but like 5'4", Cejudo is just too short for the division. I think if Cejudo shows up in shape, he's got it. Yeah, if he shows up. The question is he going to show up? Sorry, the computer misspelled that word. No probs, man. No probs. Everything is awesome. Bold prediction, Sandhagen beats Vera by not letting him beat up in the last minute of the round, and Corey dominates. Uh, I think Corey is going to dominate anyway. I believe Corey is going to defeat Vera. I really have a feeling it's going to be an easy place for Corey. 50-45. I would even dare to say 50-44. But we are on the same wavelength. You think Corey is going to win every single round. I can't agree more. Cheeto is my favorite fighter, but I think Sandhagen wins as well. I'm a big fan of Cheeto. I mean, everybody who follows me knows that I'm a big fan of Cheeto. And I will always be a big fan of Cheeto. That will never ever happen. I will always be his big fan, but unfortunately, I don't see that guy defeating Cheeto. Cause remember how Font was winning every round until like the last minute of each round where he just started getting pummeled. Yes, I remember that very well. Cheeto's performance against Font was so sick, and Cheeto didn't have damage on the face, and Font had to heal like a Wolverine, if you know what I mean by that. He really had to heal like a Wolverine. Do you remember how his face looked like? It looked horrible in the first place, man. Really, his face looked horrible. I mean, let's be honest, this was one of the most horrible faces I've ever seen after the match, especially due to those brutal elbows. Those elbows made sick amount of damage. He was just shelling up and then hurting every time he threw back. But do you remember these elbows on the ground? Bang, bang, bang. It seems Marlon Vera only knows to throw elbows. I love him because of his amazing Muay Thai. I really believe he has an amazing Muay Thai, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I love him. I love him so much, man, because of his amazing Muay Thai. I'm going to put NI life savings on Bonical minus 1400. The hook kick he landed as well. Yes, it's true. He landed a nice hook kick. Yeah, it's true. He landed a nice hook kick. The hook kick was pretty much nice. Let's say Cejudo wins. This is how the bantamweight division should be booked. Cejudo versus O'Malley, Aljo versus Jan Trievera versus Sandhagen winner versus Jan versus Merab loser, Cruz versus Davison, Nurmagomedov versus Font if he wins. That could be nice. It could really be a nice lineup, nice set of matchups. I definitely agree about that. Definitely agree about that. When it comes to that aspect of the game. Then, like Yanes versus Yadong Simon winner. Well, yeah, that makes sense to me. In the first place, that pretty much makes sense. Gotta do the Amali Chito rematch if Chito wins. Oh, that would be an epic rematch. Chito won last time via leg kick, but maybe this time he won't be that lucky. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Lee ends up being the Mir's retirement fight. I actually like that idea. I actually like that idea a lot, man. That idea sounds pretty much nice in the first place. Really much sounding like a very much a decent idea. To me, in the first place, it sounds okay. Because Kevin, I believe, was lower top 15 of lightweight when he got cut from the UFC. Yeah, that is true. Can agree to that. Can't agree more, though. Can't agree more. But he might go back up to 170. Yeah, he could. No, anything is possible with these fight cards. Anything is possible, you know. Literally anything is possible, and yeah, if he does, he should fight Nick Diaz. Oh yeah, a fight with Nick Diaz would be the fight of two legends, and everybody wants to see the fight of two legends. Like that's something we are striving for, and it would be pretty much epic and amazing to see the fight of two legends. Nick Diaz versus Kevin Lee sounds okay, but Nick Diaz can't cut to 170 anymore because he is fat now. Diaz needs to get back in shape and fight at 185. At 185, he fought. I think he lost to Robbie Lawler at 185, but he was very fat, man. Yeah, he needs to get back at 170, but I think he fought Robbie Lawler at 185, and he was pretty much fat. He looked pretty much fat in that fight. He looked horrible, to be honest. I mean, he still got toughness, etc., but man, he is fat. That's not even a fighter anymore. See how Robbie Lawler looks. I mean, I'm telling that as a die-hard fan of the Diaz brothers. You know that I love the Diaz brothers a lot, and As a fan of the Diaz brothers, I can't back them up for something like that. Do you think Jorge has a chance against Burns? Hardly. Hardly. I don't think Jorge is going to have any chance against Gilbert Burns, as I see Gilbert Burns as a very, very dominant fighter in every single aspect of the game. Maybe if Masvidal hurts him with that right hand, that might make a damage, might make a difference, but hardly. Who do you think is the most attractive male and female fighter, excluding Shevchenko? Most attractive female fighter for me is Holly Holm. And male, I don't know. Haven't been thinking about that. Male. Need to think. Who could be hottest male fighter? That's like, yeah, for female, Mackenzie Dern can also be, but Holly Holm is exactly my type of a woman. But for me, but Mackenzie is nice. But who could be the hottest male fighter? That's hard, man. I'm trying to think, but Chandler kind of looks like a movie star. Okay, let's say Chandler. That's really hard question. I mean, for females, I know what would I watch, but I'm really unsure. Okay, maybe Rockhold. Rockhold could be Costa. Okay. Masvidal has a chance to catch Burns on the feet. That's true. Straight punches, yeah, I said the same. Krylov really has a granny chin. I don't see Krylov getting knocked out too. I also don't see Krylov getting knocked out. Does he has a granny chin? Oh yeah. I mean, this is Nikita Krylov. It's not just anybody. I think if Kutalaba can get Spann down, I think he can, but it's a close one. Isn't Kutalaba fighting Bowser? And Krylov is fighting Spann, or I think Kutalaba is fighting Bowser. Probably thought of Krylov. People underestimate Masvidal on the ground when he mainly just struggles with overpowering wrestlers. His offensive and defensive jiu-jitsu is amazing, and especially defensive one, but Gilbert Burns is a submission wrestler and BJJ black belt, so Gilbert Burns is very, very harsh fight for anybody, especially for Jorge Masvidal. You have to be careful about props. No one thought Yair and Jack Della would get subs, but they did, maybe because KO props were heavily bet. Exactly. I rarely go with the props, Jake. I think he can maybe eat one and land on Spann's soy chin, then KO him. Another problem is the fact that Spann hits very hard, and Krylov is not gonna get caught into the guillotine choke because his guillotine choke, he is not shooting into the outside, and I don't see him getting caught into guillotine choke. Do you think Conor beats Chandler? No. Do you think this fight will be fixed regardless in Conor's favor? If the fight is fixed, yes, but I don't see Conor winning him unless the fight is fixed. Yeah, it will be a body lock. Body lock, yes. Body lock makes sense. Gilbert Burns wrestling is nowhere near Colby's or Usman's, and those two were the only ones to completely hold down Masvidal. I don't think Gilbert will try to hold Masvidal down. I think he will try to stand and bang and to land low kicks. I don't see him trying to hold Masvidal down. Think Conor wins, but only because I think it will be fixed, honestly. Count me in. If the fight is fixed, Conor wins. Taking Masvidal by third round TKO. There is a chance for everything. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Colby and Usman have overrated wrestling if we're being real. I see Burns trying to recreate that Wonderboy fight. That would be epic, my friend, if we see If you see the copycat of a Wonderboy fight, that would have been epic. It would have really, really been epic if you see that Wonderboy fight. Conor is still a former champ. I hear people act like he's some scrub. Um, he still is. It's true, he still is. Can't agree more than that. He still is a champ, and yeah, to some point I agree with that. Especially with those community stuff. I agree. I agree. That's true. Why do you think people hate Conor so much? Probably because he is not fighting on a regular basis. He is just talking too much and not fighting on a regular basis. Or maybe they hate him because he is rich, he is successful. Anything is, when you are too powerful, people don't like that. Any thoughts on Jake Paul, Tommy Fury? I picked Jake Paul to win. I think it's gonna be a close fight though, but I see Jake Paul winning. Have you checked Tommy Fury's opposition? Like he fought a guy with a score of all 47. Exactly, thanks, Jake. He fights like he is one generation of fighters behind. That is true. That is 100% true, He didn't progress as the time went by. He really didn't follow the progress of the UFC, and he didn't follow the progress of the UFC styles. God, I want to see somebody knock out that Jake Paul. I also want to see somebody knocking him out, but I think it's gonna be Jake Paul by majority or unanimous decision. Conor better hope Chandler doesn't decide to wrestle. If Chandler decides to wrestle, he's gonna win that fight. But I think it's gonna be some kind of a banger. Let me check the odds for that. If they release the odds in the first place. I'm checking Conor versus Chandler odds. Minus 110, minus 110. Okay, fair enough, but I see Chandler winning unless the fight is fixed. Prime Conor smokes Chandler. Prime Conor was a whole different beast. He was a whole different fighter, a whole different version of a fighter. If we're gonna talk about Prime Conor, he was brutal. He was Mr. Brutality. This version of Conor is I don't know, pretty much lame. I dare to say, yeah, lame. Yeah, I would dare to say lame, a lame version of Conor. He looks lame to me. Prime Conor never fought the best of competition. Only Eddie Alvarez, maybe. One thing's for sure, nobody sold fights and hyped them up the way Conor McGregor did. That is true. Jose Aldo. He fought Jose Aldo and Eddie Alvarez were his best opponents. But he showed his worth. That is true. Master marketer. Oh yeah, against Jose Aldo. And against Eddie Alvarez, these were the fights with some really, really high level opponents. Poirier wasn't a star back then, Holloway wasn't a star back then, that's true. His fights pretty much lacked in star power, but he showed his value. Mendes was world class 145. He knocked out Chad Mendes, I forgot that. Big left hand to knock out Chad Mendes, I completely forgot that. But he used to be a master marketer. That one is true. Prime Connor didn't just sell the fights, he put on great performances every time as well. That is true. It was a great performance by. It was a great performance by Conor McGregor. He was really selling nicely. Every single fight he sold, it was a master fight, you know. Every single fight he was selling. A master marketer, that's what Conor McGregor was. Mr. Master Marketer. But minus 110 are the odds so far. So it seems they have even chances. Seems they have even chances to win the fight according to the bookies. That's how bookies see it, though. I do see it going that way, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, guys, I will be live for 8 more minutes. So later at 4 p.m. ET, I will also go for another stream, but I need later to prepare my meal, and that's why I won't be that much though. But okay, 8 more minutes. Please shoot in with questions. Then we're gonna discuss something. Then we're gonna discuss something different later. And also later I'm going to discuss about the fights that are potentially going to be set. Who's got better striking, Cejudo or Sterling? Sterling. Sterling has got way better technical striking, way better angling, better kicks, and yeah, that's how I have it. I really see Sterling as a more technical striker, while Cejudo is more about brawling skills. I think Tyler Santos is better fighter than Alexa Grasso, so I don't see Alexa Grasso winning. Cejudo has nice low kicks, true. I don't see Alexa Grasso winning. Can she give her a hard fight? Yes, but I see Tyler Santos as a way better fighter than Alexa Grasso, and despite I'm a big fan of Alexa Grasso, I can't give her much of a chances against Valentina Shevchenko. Remember how he got inside Jose Aldo's head when he snatched the belt off the table in front of him at the pre-fight conference? Of course, man. It was so epic. Have future bet on Blankfield to hold the title at the end of the year. My opinions, she gets a title shot before 2024 if Val wins. I think Erin Blankfield versus Val would be a great fight, and I think Blankfield is gonna defeat her. Hope, not opinion. I actually think Blankfield is a dark horse of the division. I believe Blankfield can win that fight. I really see her as a dark horse of the division. I think Erin holds a big edge in that matchup. True, so true. Blankfield seems like she has the best grappling at 125. Not only at 125, at whole women's division. Like maybe not better in submissions than Mackenzie Dern, but if we combine wrestling and grappling, then I definitely agree. She would have been on the top of the list. Absolutely, she is classically trained by Gracie, I believe, man. I believe the same. Yeah, I believe the same. I also believe she's trained by Gracie. By big Gracie. Yeah, I do have a feeling she's also trained by Gracie. Like when she's on the top of you, or when she takes you back, or when she mounts you, like she's always finding a space. I have a feeling she's always finding the space, and she's just so brutal. That brutality in her submissions is just out of this world. Too much of a brutality in her submissions, and too much skill. No, she's skillful. I mean, we can say whatever we want, but her skills rock. When she just destroyed Molly, I always thought she didn't get enough credit for that. Everyone just said Molly's trash. Molly is not a trash. Molly is a brutal fighter. He has no fear. No fear at all. Blankfield has no jar on the feet too. She isn't afraid to pressure forward even against Andrade. Well, Andrade is a knockout artist at 115. At 125, she lacks a bit in knockout power, but she's still dangerous. She is still dangerous, and she is too tiny for that weight class with 5 foot 1.5. But for strawweight, she's also small for strawweight. But in strawweight, she had some slams and slam victories. Good boxing. Hey mate, how you doing? How you doing, Cyrus? Good boxing, shit grappling. That is true. Good boxing, shit grappling. That is true. I definitely agree with that. Good boxing and shit grappling. One can't argue about that. One can't argue about that. Good boxing and shit grappling. That's how it goes. Good spinning back fist or spinning back elbow. Yeah, she's got that spinning back elbow. And yeah, and the back fist too. But that spinning back elbow knocked out many opponents in a row. It was a brutal spinning back elbow. Back elbow was nasty twice in a row. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, we've seen that move 2 times in a row. But it really was epic, man. I bet on Molly by TKO in both of those as well, so she's always a favorite of mine. Well, she's a favorite of anybody. Just a favorite of anybody. Guru says her and Paddy are banging. It's possible. You never know. It's possible. Serial killer, my most confident pick, Aliyev. Good luck with that. Wish you luck, my friend. Once Paddy showed up, she turned from shit to hype. Yeah, Guru says the two of them are banging, and she is saying that she is lesbian. As much as I know, that's what she said. Serial killer, everyone is speaking Alvish, it seems like. If I must pick a side, I would go with Alvish, but man, Aliyev is awesome. Aliyev is having some great wrestling, so if the fight advances into later rounds, GMP for Aliyev could be. Alright, guys, I would stay a bit more, but I need to write an article, so there you go. 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going live again. I would gladly stay more, but I need to finish an article. So when I finish an article, I will go live again. So 4 p.m. Eastern Time, meet ya. Have a great day, everyone, and Like in 2 hours, I'm going live again. I must go now to finish an article. Yeah, okay, in 2 hours, we go live again, discussing potential fight between Cejudo and Aljo and potential fight between Jairzinho Rozenstruik and the dark horse of the division, Jailton Almeida. Catch you later. In like 2 hours, be on the channel. Please.